I want to introduce you to some remarkable young women. You're going to meet Jessi and Heather Tomko. And as you're about to see, Jessi has scaled to some heights in school that even people who aren't in a wheelchair don't ever succeed this far. So here's Bob Bruce.
9. A lazy summer afternoon in Whitehall. 12-year-old Jessi Tomko shares a sisterly game of life with 14-year-old Heather. But life hasn't always played fair with the girls. Both Heather and Jessi have spinal muscular atrophy, one of the more than 40 varieties of muscular dystrophy. SMA is a disease that robs the muscles close to the spine of the vital signals that nerves provide. Without those signals, the muscles atrophy or waste away. Standing, walking, eventually even breathing becomes impossible.
8.
But sometimes life has a more positive way of imitating life.
8. Invest in Broadway play, pay $15,000, except I'm the entertainer, so I get $100,000.
In real life, Jessi didn't get the $100,000, but the experience was, as they say in the credit card ads, priceless when she landed the leading lady role of Sarah Brown in this slightly off-Broadway presentation of Guys and Dolls at Harrison Middle School.
That day when she came home, she just kept saying, I got Sarah Brown. Later on in the evening, I got Sarah Brown. I got Sarah Brown. She was quite surprised, so we were really happy for her and excited.
I felt special because the year before I tried out for just a small solo, but I didn't get anything. And then it was really cool because the next year I got the lead.
She's always loved to sing. Jessi would sing when she was small. She would just sing any phrase. You know, I'm going to eat lunch, she'd sing. And so it was nice to see her get to use that in a formal setting.
These are delicious. What do you call them? Mrs. Hawk, the director, she was really flexible about, I just came in on a different entrance because I couldn't go up the steps. But it was just adapted really well, so it was really great that I could do that, even though I'm in a wheelchair.
From day one, we've never said anything was out of the question for them. We've always just said, you know, do your best, you can do anything, and just try your hardest. So it's great that something like this truly is an opportunity for her.
Have a pot roast, have a headache, have a baby, oh, have 2, 6, 9, stop, marry the man today.
But the real opportunity for Jessi Tomko was the opportunity to participate without barriers in her school play. One of the countless simple pleasures that people without muscular dystrophy take for granted every day.
People will often ask the girls about the wheelchairs and point out the differences, but what they really want is for people to just accept them for who they are and sort of ignore the chair and just, they want everybody to know that they're just like everybody else. You know, obviously how they get around is a little different and they have limitations, but for years they've just really wanted people to treat them just like all their friends. I mean, they want to go to the mall and just hang out. They want to watch a movie, go to the movies, whatever. So the fact that this was something that she did just with the rest of her school, not with any special group or organization, really was what really made it special for her, I think.
It was a sign of her just feeling that independence, that I can do it attitude, which she always has but doesn't really show all the time.
And of course, there's one other bonus for the leading lady. She wins the heart of the leading man.
In the end, I got less uptight and had more fun, and he got less wild, and he is now married to a mission girl, so it's like everybody lived happily ever after.
Since then, Jessi has appeared with her musical theater group at Whitehall Community Day, and she's always brushing up on the lyrics to the latest songs online with her sister Heather. And now that she's basked in the glow of the limelight, it's hard to keep this rising star down.
By now, she already has her sights set on the class play at the high school.
And after that, who knows where Jessi's theatrical ambition may take her.
I'd like to have a career in some kind of music thing. just fun. I like being on stage.
And guess what? I have the whole Tomko family with me today. I've got Jessi here and Heather, her older sister, and Carol and Tom, Mom and Dad. You guys must be so proud of your daughters.
Yes, we are. We think they've done a great job. Just everything they've wanted to do, they try, and we just encourage them.
Well, you were great in the play. Absolutely fabulous. Tell us about that experience. Were you surprised when you were chosen?
Yes, I was. In fact, I wasn't even sure if I was going to try out. On the sheet that had what I was going to try out for, I wrote down Sarah Brown, but then I erased it. But my friend Andy Tuscan wrote it back down and wouldn't let me erase it. So I then tried out.
And you got it. Hey, you got to thank that Annie Brown. That's a good friend. And not to let the little sister steal all the limelight, Heather, you are not only a great big sister, but have been a trailblazer for your sister and in school. Tell me about that.
A lot of the things in school that my sister now uses, such as special desks or leaving early for classes, was when I went in with the teachers and discussed what would make it easier for me to get around.
Yeah, I'm sure you've helped pave the way, too, for other kids who are going to end up going to your high school. Did you say you're at Whitehall?
I'm at Baldwin High School.
Oh, okay, and you're at Whitehall. You live in Whitehall. Okay. It's very confusing. Okay, and you have lots of hobbies as well. Tell us about your hobbies.
I like to read and I take piano lessons. And I also like to go online and talk with my friends.
Like every other nearly 15-year-old girl in Allegheny County, I'm sure. Well, tell us, Mom and Dad, how the Muscular Dystrophy Association has helped you. I mean, you have two really active girls who have a lot of interests and hobbies. It must be tough to get them around in these wheelchairs.
Yes, keeps us pretty busy getting them around, but one of the things that the Muscular Dystrophy Association has done is they provided us with a manual wheelchair, because until very recently our house wasn't accessible. And also, Jessi sings with another chorus, and there are times when the performances are in places that aren't accessible, so I'll take the manual chair and put it on the stage, and she just moves right along there, so that was a big help to us.
And Dad, I understand you've equipped the house with some special equipment.
Oh yes, we've added on to the back of the house just recently to try to give them a little more room and a little more independence, and it's been interesting. It's going well though. They're enjoying their independence.
And I've heard you put in an elevator.
Yes, we put in an elevator, and it's still even in the play stage. I think they're enjoying it so much they find reasons to go up and down.
I bet they do. Well, Mom, tell us about spinal muscular atrophy. When did you learn that the girls had that?
Heather was around a year old and wasn't really walking or crawling, so we took her to Children's and had her evaluated. So she was a little bit over a year old when she was diagnosed. I was already pregnant with Jessi, and she was a little bit over a year also when the final decision was made about her diagnosis also.
That must have been a really tough time for you.
It was. It just really, the biggest thing was that it just took time to be able to deal with the things. It took a long time to even know what to do day to day, but had a lot of friend and family support to get us through all that.
And support from the Muscular Dystrophy Association as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, you have two really beautiful daughters, and they're very talented girls, and I'm sure you're very, very proud of them, as we are. They've been great goodwill ambassadors for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. Well, you see how your money can help people like the Tomkos, help the girls with their wheelchairs and help them get around. These girls are what it's all about, really. These are your neighbors. They're people who live right in our neighborhood and who benefit from the help of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. So chip in, give us a call, make your donation. You'll be glad you did.